Hi friends and fellow intuitive academics, my name is Shelly and I am an educator healer, and on this channel I draw from my intuition and my lived experience as a PhD to offer you guidance on your life path and your academic journey if you're on one. And I was searching for a message or a theme for messages to come in today. And I channeled the phrase, "Here comes the sun." So that's exciting to hear. Meaning to me, there's something joyful, something warm coming for you. And depending on the readings and what comes through, it might be coming through to you. The sun might be coming through to you at a different context, maybe after a hardship, or maybe after a lot of hard work that you put in, or maybe after some coldness that you've experienced in whatever way that's happening. Here comes the sun. And so we have 3 readings from 3 different decks here. For reading 1, you have the Wise Dog Tarot, and this is the Sun card. Give you a bit of a glance there. And that's paired with the carnelian stone. Then for reading 2, you have the Sun card from the, what is it called? Tarot of the Divine. So there's your card. And you have the amethyst stone with that. And then for reading 3, you have the Cat Tarot and the Angelite stone. So feel free to pause the video, meditate on what's drawing you. It could be the imagery of coming through from either one. It could be the tone and the feeling of the stones as you're perceiving it. And I will see you ahead in your reading or readings. Hi, reading 1. So you have in your reading the carnelian stone and the Wise Dog Tarot card. Starting off with the carnelian, this is about boosting self-confidence, boosting courage, self-esteem, and creativity. So something about putting yourself forth in the world is coming in with a very warm tone, meaning to me that you have gained the courage to put yourself out there in some way, and it's being received very well. And it's almost like it's crystallizing into this beautiful color. I wonder if it's better if you could see it by the flame. I don't know. But it's almost like an amber or honey color, and it's giving me like this orange candy taste in my mouth. So it's a very kind of nourishing and wonderful connection that I feel crystallizing between you and others there. I felt the need to bring in the guidebook, and I can't tell you the last time I opened this. I never really used tarot guidebooks, but I felt the need because this is your significator card, and then we're using different tarot decks to bring in the specific interpretation from the author. So I'm going to go ahead and find that. The Sun, number 19. The sun offers you warmth and healing radiant light. When you step into its rays, you will find clarity. You'll discover new reasons to feel optimistic as courage again, and anticipation for the future run through your veins like a charge of electricity. The sun's bright light will put a spotlight on you. Wow, really ringing true with the carnelian message already. On opportunities that should not go without acknowledgement. The sun is a gift that exposes obstacles for what they are and shows you the path to overcoming them. Nice. Keywords: illumination, confidence, being in the spotlight, feeling empowered. So definitely some confirmations coming in there, and some additional messages as well with what to expect in the immediate future. I picked up the deck and this card hung back, so I'm going to put it in your reading but leave it on this side is what I'm feeling. So we're asking a message for what does it mean? Here comes the sun for our reading number 1. What can they be guided by? What can they look forward to? How should we understand the sun that's coming for reading number 1 group? Okay, so let's see, it's here. You have the Tower in reverse. So funny. As I was searching for the sun in this deck, the Tower was in reverse was the first card that I saw, and the Tower in reverse was one of the first cards I saw in another deck as well. And so I started to get the message early on that, okay, the Tower in reverse is significant to the sun coming through. So you have that there for sure in your reading. Knight of Wands in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So building off of the story we've already felt coming in here about you putting yourself out there, embracing your self-expression and creativity, to put yourself out there, connect with others, and having that connection received well. This is informing the situation that's ending to help empower you to be able to do that. So the Tower reverse means your Tower event is coming to an end. So this is an external factor that kind of shook your foundations up, and had you readjusting to life afterwards. So this tends to be big stuff, like for example the pandemic. Maybe that's a little far in the past at this point, or maybe there was a health scare, or a job loss. Things like these are Tower situations that typically we learn and grow from. They challenge us to step into greater power and greater wisdom. And so I see that as happening with you as this is coming to a close. What happened here was with the Knight of Wands reverse, it's shut down. It put a block on your creativity in some way, whether that was an energetic block or somehow you were silenced or you self-silenced yourself in your creative expression. It's related to this Tower situation. So it could be something where you, somebody cut you down, give you bad feedback, and you kind of lost your sense of empowerment in your voice. You lost your sense of trust in yourself and your purpose and what you're putting out there creatively. So the Knight what do you call them? The Knight characters are they symbolize taking action. So this stopped that action. It put you into a suspended situation in terms of your creativity. It stopped you from moving forward in some creative endeavor. And this was really like filling up your whole world, and to the point where you felt that you're just, the world is not on your side. The universe is acting against you, and you started crafting narratives that maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe I'm not supposed to be sharing my ideas. Maybe that's why this is happening. But that is really a false narrative, and it's just that this is an obstacle that you was put in front of you for you to kind of grow from and overcome and empower yourself. And this is the sun that's coming for you, is you're being able to unleash this fire within again. I don't know if you can see the fire up top. It's actually like horses, like stallions running together. So this indicates speed and power, and in your expressive creation, whatever you're working on. So things are really going to open up and start flowing again. That's what's happening with the sun for you. So let's flip over our straggler card here. The Knight of Cups. Wow. And the stallions are here again. Interesting. White horses are going to be a sign for you. For some people, if you know the oldies song White Horses, that's going to be a sign for you. It goes, was it Wild White Horses Couldn't Drag Me Away? It's kind of that energy of being committed, knowing your purpose. Yeah, having your sense of purpose and following your heart without fail. You are completely 100% guided by your passion, your vision, and your heart at this point. It did strengthen you to the point where wild white horses can't drag you away from this purpose. You were going forward with a lot of love and for what you do and what you can bring into the world and commitment to that. That's powerful. Yeah. Let me see. I think that's the complete for this line. I think we can start getting our oracle cards now. Yeah. So we're going to start with this Healing Spirits Oracle. So you're getting here natural healing power, number 6, amazing. So your creativity is actually a power and it has healing powers to it. So if you're, say, creating artwork, that artwork is going to bring healing to people. If you're writing music, you're going to heal people with your music. If you're writing like a book, even a nonfiction book, say you're like revealing some deep buried history through a nonfiction book, that's going to be healing to people. So it's not just a creative idea, something that kind of like can or cannot exist. It's your purpose. You really feel that strongly as your purpose, and it is also your power. And it's what's happening in this power is you're bringing healing to people. Beautiful. Towards the end, if I feel like we need any additional messages from the cards, I'll pull out the guidebooks, but I'm just waiting to see if it's necessary yet. I'm feeling that one that popped up. So you have body connection here, reclaiming the power of your body, number 16. Oh, some people might be dancers. So there could be a lot of significance in being kind of limited or shut down in how you express yourself physically. It could be through a creative art expression like dancing, whether that's professionally or just, like for your self-fulfillment. I'm also feeling things like yoga or exercise classes. You might have been called into being a teacher of some sort into this, and it did call you first into reclaiming your comfort level with your body, your self-identity, your expression of yourself as connected to your body. There was a disconnection happening before that you were able to stitch back together, and reclaiming your power, but which is a natural healing power. So cool that it came up twice. And then with the carnelian and the sun card, it's about empowerment. So you having the hand in bringing that power back to yourself. This also translates for people into intimacy and being physically intimate and having power in a relationship come back to you. So if you are in a new relationship after a toxic one, this was a big part of your own healing and empowerment, and this is also healing your future connections in this way. So very light and light-filled in many different layers or aspects of life as well. Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out common ground. Interesting. This feels different. Perspective with the Wheel of Fortune. So like I was saying before with the Wheel of Fortune feeling like the universe is against you, we have a universal card right next to it again. And so I think what clarity you're getting with the Sun at this point is seeing the bigger picture of this period of misfortune and the lessons it taught you, and that it is only temporary, because you see you have the sunflowers here which are associated with the Sun card. The sun rises again. It's not there at every point of the wheel, but it does turn around and you do hit it again, and now you're hitting that sun point of the Wheel of Fortune as it turns. And so having a greater perspective, and I'm feeling the term of like having gratitude for the wheel turning is going to really serve you at this point, and in the way that you allow the wheel to turn and you're not clinging to the disappointments of the past and making that part of your identity. Identity is strong here with the carnelian. That like something like the solar plexus chakra, if that resonates with you, is healing and opening here. And so making sure that you don't identify with the past in a way that it holds you back, because the wheel is always turning and so are you. You're always shifting. So don't leave yourself in the past there. Shift with the wheel in that greater perspective, and having gratitude for what was and gratitude for what is and what's to come at all points is going to help you have that perspective and keep present. Okay, there's our card. It wants to stay here. Strength, right between the power. Oh, and there's your sun too. You've adapted. You have grown what you need to within you to survive, like the cactus does and survive in its terrain. I love that it's right in between the two power cards. And the Tower reversed. You always had this power, this healing power within you, particularly as it's manifested through your physical body. But now it's so much stronger. Now what you've gone through, you have gained more strength with this. It's not going to be detached from you anymore. It is a part of you in this next stage of life. And it's not going anywhere. That's wonderful. I feel like we need one more card here. So this was meant to go here, but it landed here. So I am looking at... Actually, I told myself I wanted to use this Sacred Medicine deck, but I got the feeling like only when it called to me. And so now that we have the space here, let's get you one of these cards. Eagle Feather Soar, number 15. So feathers and eagles are going to be a sign for you, because you do have an eagle here as well. And eagles represent ancestor guidance. And so you can connect with your ancestors too in this. This is not a walnut, but I'm being drawn to it very strongly as a walnut. So if there is like a name like Walnut or Walter in your family, something to do with walnuts, this is calling you very strongly to connect with your ancestors. Like visiting a grave site and leaving flowers, however you practice your offering and connection, having an altar, leaving something to honor your ancestors. It's not just like in the sense of it being a tradition and respect. It's to forge that bond, like we were saying here, that crystallizing the bond further so that you can stay in tune and receive that guidance. And yeah, if you see feathers, that's going to be significant to you and protective to you as well. If you want to like wear a feather, it's going to give you protection and keep your ancestors near to you. I do want to bring out Soar. Besides the obvious message that it's telling you that you're free and just express yourself creatively however you've been wanting to. Number 15. Receiving an eagle feather on our path is the deepest honor. Love that. It represents a powerful initiation and a message from the spirit world that you are ready to step into your fullest medicine as in your healing power. Yeah. So this is really starting for you now. It's like you graduated in some way. You're ready to start your path in this healing capacity. You might have really been thinking about it long and hard. You might have been receiving healing from others and realized, oh, I can be a healer too. This is your initiation. You are starting that path. It's usually gifted to us by an elder, a medicine person, or someone we respect. This card comes forward for you as a gift from your ancestors. It's a blessing that reminds you that you are on the right path. You are birthing your medicine self, integrating all that you have learned in this lifetime, and ready to soar with confidence and pride. Confidence again. It's time to expand this card. Oh, it's time to expand, and this card comes forward for you to believe in yourself and your powerful vision. Yes, that came through before. Release your doubts and fears of not being good enough, wise enough, or powerful enough. Eagle Medicine crosses your path today to affirm your greatness. Move through your fears and shine. Release your doubts and fly. Eagle reminds you of your sacred responsibility upon this earth as one who chose to be here at this time. You were given gifts and the ability to create beauty and change in the world. It's time to use what you have been given. You are being called to higher heights and ways forward, your vibration increasing with every intentional movement. Yeah, that physical movement coming in. Don't look back. The only way forward is toward your greatest visions and dreams. Open your heart, like here with the Knight of Cups. Open your heart to believe. Take a leap of faith and allow the wind to support your wings. Yeah, so it is landing on the Knight of Cups, and that is really bringing to light the action. As I said, knights are about action. The action you're taking here is opening your heart to believe in yourself and your vision. And that's the sun that's coming for you after a lot of deep growth and a long soul journey that you've come through on your own. You are empowered to take on this next step as a healer yourself. And so I'm wishing you so much love on that journey, hoping you continue to work with love as well. Thank you for any likes, shares, subscribes. Thank you always for sharing your energy on this channel for me to read. And if you're drawn to another card in the pick a card section, I'll see you in that reading. And if not, I'll see you next time. Hi, reading two. So you were drawn to the Tarot of the Divine Sun card and the amethyst stone. So I'm going to start with the stone. The amethyst stone is known as a master healer stone. So it's telling me that there's a lot that you've been healing from in different aspects of your life, mind, body, and soul all together. And also that I want to say, maybe it's premature, but I want to say it strongly, with the god in this card. I don't want to commit. I feel like the name is Horus, but I don't want to commit. I don't know. We'll see in a bit with the description. But you are on your way to being a master healer yourself, and that's the sun that's on the way, is that you are kind of a master of drawing in the energies of the sun, the light, to dispense. I don't want to say the word dispense, but it's being presented to me to dispense to others, maybe like almost like a pharmacist dispensing medicine. You are on your way to becoming a master healer. And yeah, so already a strong connection coming through from pile reading one. So if you were drawn there, you might have a message that would be a confirmation of you being drawn there. So let's go ahead and get the message from the author of the Tarot of the Divine, I felt that since we're using different decks with the same card, the Sun, I thought it would be important to bring in the original intention of each author. So the Sun here says, Sun God Ra. Okay, good thing I didn't commit. This is the Sun God Ra, Egyptian deity. The sun is success, birth, confidence after passing through difficult times. Egyptian Sun God Ra proves everything is illuminated with optimism and enthusiasm for the path ahead. Satisfaction, accomplishment, joy, luck, vitality. This is the sun that's coming for you ahead. That's beautiful. Optimism really stood out to me as the sun that's coming to you. Maybe you were missing out on that before. Maybe you were feeling a lack of optimism, a lack of hope. That's really the thing that is coming for you now. And here comes the sun, that aspect of the sun for you. So let's get some more messages from your deck. And like I said, this is a deity. This is a god. You are in this depiction, they have a very victorious stance, right? You are claiming victory over your trials and entering into like an authority level, as I said, the master level healer in working with the sun energies. Yeah, after everything you've gone through. So can we have a message or messages, please, for our reading number 2? What is the sun coming for them? Elaboration on that message of optimism and healing that's coming for them. Anything that they can be guided by. Anything that would be beneficial to know or gain greater understanding around for the theme of this message. So you are getting the 10 of Wands, Strength card, and the 9 of Swords. So this was a major lesson for 2024, for this year, that you have gone through and overcome. I say that because the Strength card is the signifier for the year of 2024. Numerologically, it's number 8. And so collectively, we are all and individually stepping into our strengths in different ways. And multiple ways a lot of times. So this is a major strength, like cumulatively between all of the little trials that you've gone through this year to get you to this point of mastering the pain and mastering the healing of those wounds. With the 10 of Wands, it tells me that, first of all, you're reaching to the point that you are kind of questioning, like, how much longer of this, like, is this life forever? How much more can I hold? You're very you're being burdened, or you're getting to the point where it feels like a burden and it feels heavy, but you still have the strength to hold this up, whatever that is. You might be holding up other people's lives, as in addition to your own. You might have a lot of people who depend on you at work or in an organization that you're a part of. You have a lot of responsibilities, is what I want to say, that you've been holding up, and almost to the point of the detriment of yourself. This, with the 10, it is coming to an end. Whether it's you standing up for protecting your own self-care and your own boundaries, or it's the universe kind of taking these things off your plate. I get a strong sense that it's a little bit of both, and a little bit more skewed to the universe taking things off your plate. Some things that were a necessity and there is no way out of, you taking that responsibility is going to change. So if it's a family matter, the person you were caring for is not going to need that care anymore. They have gone through their own lesson of strength and they can stand on their own. If it's a work situation, you will not have that extra role anymore. Someone will be hired to take that on. That's what I mean by the universe coming in and taking it off your plate. There are some situations where you have learned that it's beneficial to draw your boundaries and to notice, to become aware, first of all, where you need to take care of yourself. That is a strength that you also learned, and definitely use that going forward as well. With the Nine of Swords, I'm feeling called to read the description of this, but the Nine of Swords is a worry card. And so I see you kind of ascending out of certain worries that have been contributing to your burden. It feels like things were getting heavy in the physical world in your life, and they started to grow into worries about what could be in the future. So you had what was going on burdening you, and worries about what could go wrong burdening you as well. So let me bring in the Nine of Swords description. Oedipus, Greek mythology, the Nine of Swords represents decision making controlled by anxiety. Oh, interesting. Yeah. So things, decisions, actions that you're taking in your life were controlled by anxiety. The oracle at Delphi warns the king that his son Oedipus will one day kill him. Had he not let his fears control him and raised his son in love instead of hate, the king's eventual death could have been avoided. Anxiety, terror, nightmares, obsession, insomnia. I want to read the reverse too, because I believe this is what's coming for you with the sun. Recovery, acceptance, letting go, accepting help, and hope. Yeah, hope and optimism, right? Were what was coming through. So the Nine of Swords, because it's upright and not reversed, it tells me you're still in this energy, and this is kind of your next step of what you're working on, and especially with the asking for help bit, I feel like you have either been considering the idea of asking for help on this, whether like from a counselor or from like just counseling with trusted people in your life, or you're already actively kind of asking for help, getting help, and doing the work. There's I feel that it's a mixture between people watching at whatever stages you're at. So there's a lot of encouragement from your guidance on this stage that you're working through here. As I said, this Ten of Wands will be mostly kind of like taken care of by the universe. This one, it takes you kind of stepping up and asking for help and getting help and alleviating yourself, learning to live life in the way that's appropriate for the new environment that you're in which there's a lot less strife, there's a lot more ease, things flowing for you. And so, like the message in this card said, approaching that new world with the former tools, like say a lot of like anger or anxiety or distress, is not going to serve you, because there's so much opportunity. If you enter this with love and kindness, compassion and care for yourself and others, it's just going to expand this world. This world is ready for those seeds to be planted, for you to live in the garden of those beautiful energies. That's the sun coming for you. So yeah, I think we're ready to get our oracle cards. So we're going to start with the Healing Spirits Oracle. So you have this one. Be like your spirit guide. Number 16. Interesting. I get the sense here. So you have like a bird, like an eagle here, and the eagle or the hawk is coming through in the sun as well. You and your spirit guide kind of becoming one. So you're not identifying so separate from your spirit guide anymore. You're working in harmony with your spirit guide. One spirit guide in particular, as we started off with, becoming that master healer. This deity Ra has the human body and the god, or non-human head, and it looks very similar to this image of the human body becoming one with the winged bird, a creature there. That's kind of crazy. So I do want to read this. I might save it to the end though to read this description. Yeah, be like your spirit guide. Follow your spirit guide's lead. Work together, because you're working together on this master healing journey that you're starting on. It's not just you. It's a partnership between you and one spirit guide in particular that makes it so strong. And keep that in mind, that you're not alone in this. It is a partnership. So let's get one of these creative consciousness healing cards. Actually felt that one. Higher self. Connecting with your inner guidance, number 36. Wow. Yeah, a lot of integration happening here. One with your spirit guide, two with your higher self. So it's a partnership between three at this point. You in the physical, the way you see yourself and identify, you're integrating not only your spirit guide into that identity, but also your higher self as well. And your higher self, I feel like you've been more in communication with your higher self lately than your spirit guide. It depends. It could be equal with both. But you can think of your higher self as kind of the middleman between you and your spirit guide when you're not feeling able to communicate with your spirit guide. This is a strong channeled message coming in for you. Connect with your higher self. Connect with your inner guidance, however you hear that voice, or connect with that love and direction, sense of inner compass. Your higher self, if you have a stronger language with your higher self, they are connected well with your spirit guide, this one spirit guide in particular. And so you always have that going for you. If you feel like you're not connecting to your spirit guide, connect with your higher self. You have that easily within you. You're very versed in that at this point. There you go. So you have deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. It landed here. I'm going to keep it here. Yeah, this is drawing me back to what I said with the amethyst, that you've been doing a lot of healing, because this is the master healer, right? Mind, body, soul, and emotions. All of that's been healing and interconnected in some way. I'm drawn to the imagery of this being a palace. Like, I see this as a place where you connect with your spirit guide and your higher self. It is a very protected space that is beautiful and energetically healing, and just for you, three aspects of yourself. Yeah, this is going to challenge you a bit to kind of re-identify yourself as also your higher self, as also your spirit guide, in whatever ways you find yourself negotiating that. You're connected in such a way that it can't always kind of separate how you're defined. Wow, yeah, this is really powerful. It's again speaking to me of the healing that has happened within you and the healing that you're able to offer others. It's just like you're harnessing all of this energy now, and now that you've healed it within yourself, you're able to spread it, to be a conductor for others. That word conduit and conductor has come in earlier in the reading. I don't think I said it, but I kept feeling it, and now I feel it again. So I need to say it. You are a conductor. You're a conduit for this healing light. You can think of it that way, stemming between your spirit guide, your higher self, and you, all connected as conductors of this light, working together. So that's why it's like such a powerful like pipeline between those three aspects of you. Let's get a card here. Okay, you got two. Oh, I love that you got health, physical, emotional, and spiritual health. I never really thought about this before, about health and healing, health having the word heal in it. And so this talks to me about like the long-term sustaining that of that healing into a long-term sense of health as your new identity. Yeah, maybe you weren't feeling healthy in whatever ways, physical or mental and emotional before. That's turning around for you now. That's the sun, part of the sun coming for you. And protection, you can trust the safety of the protection of your higher self and your spirit guide and the universe in this process. I feel like trust is coming in here with the protection, that it's hard maybe for you to feel that you can trust the protection that's being offered to you. Maybe it's been unstable in the past. You can trust this. The wings are coming in again here. Yeah. So wings might be a symbol for you. If you see wings, angels' wings, the complete wings, maybe more than just the feathers, are a sign for you. So I do want to finish off by reading this description. So number 16, be like your spirit guide. This world can be full of judgment and jealousy, and it is easy to get dragged into problems that are not your own. Remember that you have a true friend in the spirit world who only wants the best for you and who will guide you away from such negativities if you allow them to do so. When you are between a rock and a hard place, do what your guide would do and lead by example. Your guide is showing you that you can rise above petty things and bring more spiritual action to the situation. You are bigger than this. Oh, I love that. The rock and the hard place stood out for me. So if you're like around a location that there's something around there that people call the rock, yeah. I feel like San Francisco could be like one of those places. I think that I'm from San Francisco and I cannot remember this, but I think that Alcatraz was referred to as the Rock. It's like a nickname. It's something like that, but wherever if you're located in a place where there's something like that, you might be in San Francisco. There's a message there, just kind of an indicator that this is really kind of your guys trying to like bring your attention that this reading is for you. Lead by example, rise above petty things. This is a part of the healing that you're offering right now in the situation that you're in. It's not the only healing power you have, but showing people how to rise above and act maturely in situations and lead others with like the highest intentions. Your moral values are part of what you're planting in the world. Your moral values, yeah, your care for others, showing other people how to care for themselves and for each other is part of what you're planting in the world. It's part of your purpose and path. I won't say it's the only thing, but it's a very, very big thing. And so if you're confused about why you're in certain situations that are difficult, it's so that you can plant those seeds of your moral values, helping to show people how to love and care for each other, because people they don't come here knowing that automatically. You're here to help with that. And that's the sun coming for you. It sounds like you're bringing the sun to others as well. I'm wishing you so much love on that journey, hoping you continue to work with love as well. Thank you for any likes, shares, subscribes. Thank you always for sharing your energy on this channel for me to read. If you are drawn to another card in the pick a card section, I will see you there. And if not, I'll see you next time. Hi, reading 3. So in your reading, you have this sun card from the Cat Tarot and the Angelite Stone. Oh, I actually forgot to look up the meaning of the angelite stone. Let me look that up really quick. So, angelite is thought to improve spirituality and spiritual awareness with a peaceful energy that is calming and soothing, which is so interesting because right before I started your reading, I was tuning into the sun card here, and I was picking up contentment from this cat here, warmth and contentment, a feeling of being whole, being peaceful, and being grounded exactly where you need to be. And so with this idea of calming and soothing coming in with the angelite, I think that goes along really well between what you're doing on earth and what your spirit guides and your angels around you are doing in connection with you as well. When I was zeroing in on the card, I was drawn to the sunflower, the seeds specifically. So it speaks to me that you are becoming content in your Here Comes the Sun reading in what you have planted or what you have the opportunity to plant now. And you're feeling very content about how it's developing, how it's growing. And it's almost like you're growing alongside the seeds that you've planted, whatever shape that looks like. So for some people, it could be that you have an addition to the family, or you have taken on some animal companions, and you've really gotten the hang of nurturing and growing other beings, and you're feeling very content in what you have grown in and enjoying what's around you. Could be literally plants as well if you've started a garden. For other people, this will be like wellness routines, mental care, mental health care habits that you've kind of instituted in your routine, and you're seeing the effects of that now, and you're feeling very content. It could go a lot of different ways. For some people, I see that you've been saving for a home. So some people may be saving up to buy a house or saving to move out of their situation and become more independent. And you're feeling very content at having met that goal, whether that has happened yet or it's coming in the future. Congratulations at any point of the timeline you're in right now. So that's what's coming for you with the sun, the joy and warmth of feeling content in something that you yourself have grown to harvest. I actually wanted to bring in a message directly from the author of the Cat Tarot. I had been doing that for the other readings just to get that specific flavor of message as the author intended it. So 19, the sun. The sun provides a backdrop to the cat on whom it rises and sets. The cat lies on her back in a gesture of perfect optimism, sure that the universe will offer nothing but belly rubs today. Sunflowers represent a world fertile with the seeds of joy. That's incredible that the seeds came through right away on my channeling, and that was the intent of the author as well. That didn't come through on the other decks. This card invokes creativity, possibility, power. No surprise that it's linked to Leo. Like the lion, you are a radiant creature with great hair. That's also with great hair. That's also unique to this group that Leo was mentioned. So there may be a particularly special connection to Leo. You may have Leo in your chart. We have just kind of exited the Leo season. I'm recording this in the Virgo season, and so something significant might have happened in that Leo season this year that really has this sun of contentment coming towards you right now. So very beautiful. Let's get your message of guidance on what's the sun, more information on the sun coming towards you, the seeds that you have planted, the harvest that is coming into blossom, and the contentment that you're feeling around that. Anything reading 3 can be guided by anything beneficial as they navigate these next steps. Okay, so you are getting the 10 of Pentacles. Wow, nice. The Wheel of Fortune, that's crazy. The first when I opened these pages, I landed on the Wheel of Fortune. I almost mentioned it because it seems significant. So we'll go back and read that description there. Wow, you have a lot going on for you right now. And the Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay. Okay, so you can probably see for yourself that there is a lot of good fortune in your reading. The universe is at your side. The wind is at your sails. You have everything in front of you. You have green lights all the way in front of you. With the 10 of Pentacles, this is reaching a point of abundance that is like self-replicating, sustainable, I guess, in some way. That you found a way to get out of some kind of, like, say it's a paycheck to paycheck situation, and you're able to have a more stable relationship to your security, your resources, and you're entering a phase of wealth as well. Yeah, so it's very understandable that with the seeds you've planted, you're very content. It's making me think that maybe you've found some investments or way of doing investments that works for you, that is really starting to pay off and show results, and it doesn't feel like a gamble anymore. It feels like you know what you're doing, I want to say, and that's beautiful. I mean, and that's so contentment worthy, right? To just enjoy what's going on around you, to feel that success of the seeds you planted, which maybe felt like a risk at the time, but now it's proven that it worked, and it's proven to yourself that you are capable of taking care of yourself, becoming financially independent, and being able to take care of others around you as you wanted. With these two cards, 10 and 10, coming after each other, it really drew me toward October for timing. And so, yeah, I want to say first, October is going to be a key point where this kind of really starts to bear fruit. You start to see things coming together. I also was drawn toward looking up the astrology of October to see if there's any major events. And particularly around October 10th. And there wasn't anything specifically on October 10th. I guess it depends on time zone too. But I saw October 9th, Jupiter goes retrograde. And so there's a lot of like fear around the term retrograde, but as I've learned to interpret it, that retrograde is more of an invitation to slow down in wherever that planet is ruling your chart. And Jupiter actually rules good fortune and luck. And so to me, the message here is that everything's going well for you. You don't need to take initiative on anything else. Just like sit back, be content with what you have going on for you. Let the wheel take care of the rest. So nothing to really worry about there. Something else that also stood out to me is that there is on October 2nd both a new moon in Libra and a solar eclipse in Libra. So I'm not an expert on astrology, but something that kind of was brought to my attention about eclipses is that they can like eclipse things out of your life. So if there was something that really wasn't serving you, that would be that message that the universe is going to take care of it. Just like, you don't need to fight it. You don't need to like fight to hold on to things that should be let go from your life. Just let the universe like do its thing, and have trust in that. Yeah, That's what I'm feeling there. But yeah, you might want to look for yourself at your horoscope for October when they start coming out. Something key is happening there with the sun coming for you. And then when I looked up the astrology, Google gave me the astronomy, and something stood out as kind of interesting actually though, because on October 12th, the comet C/2023 reaches its brightest. So meaning it's probably visible before then, but it gets to its brightest on the 12th. So there may be some opportunity for comet spotting around the 10th, and maybe giving gratitude to what you have, planting seeds of thought into the universe, for your manifestations to come, however you want to handle that. Something about October and October 10th in particular seems to be coming through. Okay, and then so bringing us, so there's a lot of good fortune, there's a lot of success already here, or you might already be seeing the fruition of this. The sun card is number 19, and 10 plus 10 is 20. So you're really like, yeah, you're securely moving into this stage, which brings us to the Ace of Wands, which is a new beginning, starting a new manifestation, a new creation in particular. Something that you want to materialize into the world that might not even exist yet at all, but might not exist in your sphere in some way. So I'm getting two different messages for the Ace of Wands, and so you can kind of choose depending on your situation which one fits. So interpretation 1 is similar to what I was saying before about Jupiter going retrograde. You can take this time to rest. Things are slowing down, so you don't need to push anything forward. And so this means don't start any new projects yet. This is not the right timing for it. It's now time for you to lay in contentment, get the belly rubs, and really enjoy everything that you've worked through and where it's come so far. Interpretation 2 is that if you have been feeling blocked over a project or a creative expression of some sort for some time, that's going to clear up in the sun that's coming for you. Particularly, you're going to get some kind of clarity over how to start this thing or move forward with it. So if there's been something on your mind, that would be the interpretation for you. Something that has been on your mind for a while, possibly more than a year, and you've wanted to get it off the ground, but it just never started for some reason. Maybe you didn't have time, maybe you didn't have confidence, or maybe you didn't have resources. You're going to get clarity with the sun on how to start that. And so that, for some people, if you aren't reaching your harvest point yet, but you're more in the space of wanting to start a project, that's coming for you here. So lovely. Let's get our oracle cards. Okay, this one. A spiritual hug, number 19, just like the sun, 19. Yeah, this is so great. So you've got belly rubs and you've got a spiritual hug. I actually want to read that for you, but for me, this is a very brief and clear message that your angels and your spirit guides are giving you that pat on the back, giving you the hug, really congratulating and celebrating you on this thing. And it's really this period meant for you to take the time to feel that hug, feel the love, feel the accomplishment. That's a significant part of this whole cycle, is that you really feel the gravity, the wholeness of what you've created. But let me read that one really quick. 19. Too much of one thing and not enough of another. People pulling at you and constantly wanting something from you. This type of experience will leave you feeling depleted and in need of balance. This is the time to sit in quiet meditation and ask your spirit guide if you may have a spiritual hug. Oh, just one spiritual hug will recharge your battery and fill you with renewed strength to take back into your life. Your guide is there for you even when you feel that others are not. Remember, they aren't only there to push you forward, but also to hold you when you need it. Yeah, that's like that Jupiter retrograde energy again, just to be held and acknowledged. And feeling enough, feeling that you don't need to do more, that you're already enough. I love that this card says just you can ask your spirit guide for a hug, for a spiritual hug, whenever you need to. Yeah, I might try that one day. Okay, get one of these. Creative consciousness healing. Breathe. Healing with your breath. Yeah, another pause type of card, right? A lot of pause coming through your message. So for most people, the message is to take that pause, to not start that new project. Breathe, healing with your breath. I remember this card actually is all about breathing deeply into, so that affects your whole body on a cellular level, and it slows you down mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically, all connected together. You're definitely meant to take care of yourself at this moment and breathe into the moment. Presence yourself and really feel the beauty of what's going on around you. Yeah, you really don't need to do anything more right now. Just enjoy. So here you're getting forge, don't follow. Pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. Interesting. Coming after these pause messages, you're getting forge, don't follow. And I feel this to mean forge in repose, like forge ahead in this resting energy. Be the leader you wish you had. So if we think of a typical leader, right, they're kind of working, they're forcing themselves, working past normal hours, kind of hitting burnout, or whatever leader that feels is embracing kind of that more like burnout, unsustainable energy, or whatever leadership style you don't agree with. This is a chance for you to recreate what leadership means. And what I'm seeing is an encouragement to make that leadership a leadership style that prioritizes self-care, prioritizes pause, sees the value in taking time to feel content and to heal and receive hugs before moving forward. Yeah. And that's powerful, not just for you, but for the people who are inspired and influenced by you. Yeah, this is helping to make a new way of living in the world. It goes way beyond you. So if you are in some kind of leadership situation and you're kind of deciding what's your leadership style, how are you going to like go forward with this, and you're thinking of like previous bosses or authority figures that you don't really agree with, follow that instinct. It's leading you true, and just have faith and trust in the way that you want to do things. There's a reason that you want to do it that way. So let's get our last card. Actually, this one kind of jumped out alone. Change. Yeah. I'm getting with this rest period, there's a lot of change happening. It's not like you're resting and nothing's going anywhere. There's a lot of change happening as you're resting, and it's kind of in the background, and it's like other processes like for example, breathe, healing yourself after this extreme amount of effort that got you to one stage is like you're being repaired. You're being renewed and regenerated, And it's like things are kind of falling into the place they need to be before you go to that next effort, that next stage where you put in the next effort. Yeah. So here comes the sun for you. It's all about contentment, feeling that fulfillment, just like laying in the warmth of the sun metaphorically or like literally, enjoying everything that you've built for yourself, enjoying everything that has come your way and everything that's yet to come. Because if you feel like you've hit a milestone, this is really true. This is really a what's the word? A oh my gosh. Reassurance. Yeah, it's really a reassurance for you that this is what you think it is. Yeah, and I would say by the time October comes around, you might already be seeing the sense of where you're going next. So that's the timing of about 2 months from the time I'm doing this reading. So wherever you're at in the timeline, this is timeless reading. 2 months of rest should be really good for you. That's coming in as your advice. And so I'm wishing you so much love on that journey and hoping you continue to work with love as well. Thank you for any likes, shares, subscribes, and thank you always for sharing your energy on this channel so I can read the cards. If you are drawn to another card in the pick a card section, I will see you in that reading. And if not, I'll see you next time. Hi again, reading 3. So if you are still there, I remember that I meant to read the Wheel of Fortune card for you. So the message here at the end is leave the rat race to the rats. You're rolling with the punches. Love that. This card reminds us that life is circular and cyclical. Sometimes you're at the top of the wheel and sometimes you're at the bottom, but you'll always go up again. The bowl of water represents plenty, the eagle's strength. Mice represent trust and opportunity. So many upsides. Let the spinning wheel spin, right? Just let it go and let it spin. And wishing you the best with that.